Friends, brothers, sisters, today we delve into a profound truth, a message from the very heart of the divine. I remove them to protect you. This isn't a statement of abandonment, but of profound, unwavering love. And nowhere is this truth more beautifully exemplified than in the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Consider the parables. Jesus often spoke in stories, not to obscure, but to reveal deeper truths to those with ears to hear. When he spoke of the shepherd leaving the 99 to find the one lost sheep, he wasn't just telling a tale of rescue. He was illustrating a divine principle. Sometimes separation, a removal from the flock, is necessary for ultimate protection and salvation. The lost sheep, though seemingly alone, was never truly abandoned. It was being sought, protected, and ultimately brought back into the fold. Think of the disciples. They were ordinary men, flawed and often misunderstanding. Yet, Jesus chose them, called them away from their nets. He removed them from their familiar lives, their comfort zones, to protect them from the spiritual blindness of the world, to equip them for a mission far greater than they could ever imagine. He protected their innocence, nurtured their faith, and prepared them for the trials ahead. This removal was not a punishment, but a preparation, a divine intervention to safeguard their purpose. Remember the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus, in his humanity, prayed for another way, for the cup to pass from him, yet he submitted to the Father's will. His removal from the comfort of his earthly life, his journey to the cross, was the ultimate act of protection. He was removed from the world's embrace to protect all of humanity from sin. His sacrifice was the ultimate shield, a divine removal of the barrier between God and man. Even in his ascension, Jesus was removed from the physical presence of his disciples. This might have felt like a loss, but he promised the Holy Spirit, a comforter and guide who would dwell within them, protecting them from within, empowering them to carry on his work. His physical removal paved the way for a deeper, more intimate spiritual presence, a protection that transcended time and space. The message "I remove them to protect you" resonates through every aspect of Jesus' ministry. He challenged the Pharisees, exposing their hypocrisy, removing the veil of false piety to protect the true spirit of the law. He healed the sick, casting out demons, removing the afflictions that plagued humanity, offering physical and spiritual protection. He taught forgiveness, removing the burden of guilt and resentment, protecting hearts from bitterness. In our own lives, we often face moments of removal, a job loss, a broken relationship, a change in circumstances that feels like a setback. In these moments, it's easy to feel abandoned, to question divine love. But perhaps, just perhaps, these are the very moments when God is working his deepest protection. He might be removing us from a path that leads to harm, from influences that hinder our growth, from situations that do not serve our highest good. Just as Jesus was removed from the world's expectations to fulfill his divine purpose, we too might be guided through periods of removal to align us with our true calling, to protect our spirit, and to draw us closer to the Father's heart. Trust in this divine wisdom. Trust that even in separation, there is a sacred purpose, a protective hand guiding us. For God's love is not always about comfort. Sometimes, it's about courageous protection, a removal that ultimately leads to greater peace, deeper understanding, and eternal life.